asked me a very good question, and I'm going to answer that question. Community service. We easily say community service, but I believe your community service needs to be strategic. So, I'm not saying you just do yeah, I cracked myself up. I'm not saying you just doing community service just to get to these organizations. I'm going to say you got a sincere, really in your heart to do community service. Right? Okay. So, when you have your eyes on an organization that you're interested in joining, you need to pay attention to what they do. What do they do in the community? Because you may be able to do some things with them, obviously, because they'll have events and things that you can volunteer at. But there will be other organizations that you can do things with that can count as community service when you do your application. So that's what I would do. You're only going to be counted for community service that's going to be something that like somebody can sign off on. So you need to have conversations with like whoever it is. Like I initially, I was doing quote community service for a member of my organization that he didn't even really acknowledge I did it. Was that really community service? So I ended up doing community service with like the Salvation Army, and it was a host of other stuff that I did. But the other thing is you want to try to do it, if possible, in that city. So if like I was going for membership in Gary, but all my community service was in Chicago. So you best believe I was questioned about that. You know, what community service have you done in the city where you're trying to seek membership at? So it was something I had to work on for my next attempt, was to do community service in Gary. And that wasn't easy because it ain't a whole lot of opportunities to do community service in Gary. So, but I found a way, I figured it out. But that's going to be something to keep in mind. You want to make sure, if possible, that you do your community service in that city. You want to make sure, if possible, if that community service aligns with what the organization's doing. Then when you're doing your application and when you're talking, you'll be able to synchronize it and again show why you would be a good fit, because you're already doing community service on things that are tying into what the organization believes in. And then, like I said, have a conversation. Don't just be showing up and don't have a conversation. You show up, have a conversation and say, hey, I want to do community service at this organization. I may at some point need a letter from you attesting to what I've done here. Would that be a problem if I do a good job or if I'm here? As long as they say okay, then you're good, in my opinion. So that's my D9 community service process or suggestions. Happy Monday. Brickways with A's. Like, subscribe, share.